Hello and welcome to another My Little Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Bree. I'm here with my brother Bryson.
Hello.
My fiance Jared.
Hello.
My father Gary.
Hello.
And my mother Shelly.
Hi.
And we're also joined again by Garen and Ellie. This is going to be a regular thing. My brother Garen and my sister-in-law Ellie.
Are they wagglers?
They're wagglers now.
The wagglers now.
So before we go any further, I thought we'd just let you know that t-shirt shop is still out there rocking and rolling. This week's t-shirt design was... Does anyone remember?
It was
My Little
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's My
It
Little
was
Homestead.
the My Little Homestead.
They used my arm to model that, by the way. I just thought I'd let everybody know.
Okay. Well, that is out there. If you haven't checked that out yet, the link will be down in the description. We had a super fun week. We implemented our new schedule, which was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to get to some Garen and Ellie questions on the van, but I thought we'd real quick start out with a few questions here on the RV. Jared and I purchased an RV.
Yeah, we did.
A fifth wheel, and we brought it on home and we started the demo work on it, which is super exciting. Gordon Tendick said, what apps or websites do you use to find most of your deals? In the show, we mentioned that we were on a $6,000 budget. Thank you, Gordon. We used Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. We found the hitch on Facebook, and we found the actual RV
On Craigslist.
on Craigslist. We've been using both of those hand in hand, getting deals wherever we can find it, but those are our two main squeezy dudes for
and
that.
with the Facebook, it's like Facebook Marketplace has like buy, sell, and trade groups that you can join, and then you'll start getting all sorts of deals on all sorts of random stuff.
Yeah, so, which is interesting. It's a little bit
Even
of a dig.
stuff you don't want.
It's a virtual dig, as they say.
Virtual day.
Or I say. I don't know if we've really coined that one yet, but a virtual
just
dig.
did.
It's a virtual rummage sale. Pretty
rummage
much.
sale.
Pretty much.
Too bad I can't just type in what I want for what price and it'll just give it to me.
I mean, just send it.
Yeah.
Don't even bother. I'm just going to type it in. Somebody sends it to me.
I want a new iPhone. Free.
Free, please. Free. Wait. New car.
Free.
Okay.
Free.
This is a question actually that we got quite a bit. Kiza says, please tell me Bree and Jared will post their travels. And yes, that is actually the plan. We are going to be hopefully going to other homesteads, maybe doing some highlights of some other places around the country, building stuff. I don't know, things that fit in to the theme of My Little Homestead.
Yeah, and not even necessarily YouTube homesteaders, like general homesteader, just that's the life you lead.
2 chickens, a pig, and an egg, and we'll come see you.
Okay.
Farms,
Farms, buildings, those types of deals.
Yeah.
In the show, we showed the pig prints that took place on our beautiful, new, freshly laid outdoor shower concrete slab. Psychedelic Hippocampus says, those hoof prints will be precious to you someday. Fill them with resin or melted glass to keep them and level out your surface, which is a wonderful idea. I think that we may end up doing a resin pour maybe on one.
I don't know. Gary's in charge of the floor.
I have no idea. We might just leave. Hello. Meanwhile, Bryce is going to fix his
I do have an idea though.
his microphone.
So
I mean, we can certainly do resin or...
well, my idea is to get little
UV
cuttings from Eugene's hoof and put it in the resin in the footprint.
That sounds almost.
I just
wrong.
please let me hold the camera while you try to get those cuttings from.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
I just want to see.
Remember those
that
tusks that we
process.
saw on him the other day? They're
That's
about
a
5
little
inches
bit of a
long.
problem. But I'll get a file.
Well,
and then when he walks up on something, it will file it off, and he won't even know.
He won't even know.
Yeah.
There's okay. Yeah, we'll probably fill him with something like a resin
Yeah.
or something. So.
That's really.
That
Hey,
would be
maybe
fun.
aluminum.
That would
That'd be
fun.
kind of fun. Let's do an aluminum pour in there.
Fill them
Melt
with
some
clear
cans.
resin and put some LED lights on there.
LED lights.
I like it.
Yeah.
Miniature.
Party light.
We'd
How
have
about
to
a
get
little-
the size of actual fairy lights.
When you
fairy lights.
When you step on it, a ball comes down from the ceiling and you hear music, disco music.
And then it goes oink 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 oink.
Oh, that would be a great wake-up alarm.
Yeah, squeak toy.
Yes.
And then we'd have the dogs trying to dig it up and chew the toy out, though. That would be
I feel like Eugene would make a great wake-up alarm.
Okay, so before we get into questions and comments about the really neat van build that Garen and Ellie are doing, Mom, we had this fun scene when Jared was trying to back up the RV It was about this tree that was sitting there, and Mom's like, hey, you might want to move. There's a tree. Lots to talk about the tree. So Dad, we didn't catch this on film, but Dad was like, all right, I'm gonna go look at this tree. And then he's like, Jared, it's a stick. You just come on back. And it was so funny. Mom's like, oh, we gotta pull it. And I was like, no, Mom, you don't understand. It's hilarious. And we ended up putting that in. But you had something to say.
I do have something to say on that. I wasn't worried about him rolling over the tree. I was worried because of all the thorns in it. I was afraid it was going to pop his tire. That's what I was worried about.
Mom had only good intentions. It had
That's
nothing
right.
to do with the tree.
Yes.
Mom,
She was
You
looking
should
out
concern
for
for the rubber tire.
instead of saying there's a tree next time, maybe say there are thorns.
Oh, see,
It's
but
what you say, that's everything.
Yeah.
That's good.
Easy for you to say
you
sitting
picture a
over there in
tree.
hindsight.
Big.
Yeah, I didn't see a tree. I saw a stick.
But I do have to say, he got it dead on and rolled over it. And I went over there to look, and I'm like, oh, okay, tire's good. We're good.
And the tree looked fine too.
Yeah.
Well, tree kind
I
of
mean, it was a little flat, but it looked okay.
Tread marks right down.
I thought Jared missed it when I looked at the footage. I thought that you missed it, Jared.
I missed it too.
Yeah,
but-
right.
Yeah,
in
let's
there.
just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't get rolled over. What do you mean? Okay, one more thing before we move on. We had several folks come in and suggest how to turn that RV. The main one that was recommended, multiple people coined it as an old trucker's trick. And that is to, when you're looking at your steering wheel, place your hand at the bottom of the steering wheel and then without thinking, move the steering wheel in the direction.
thinking.
Yeah. No. You turn the direction that you want the trailer to go. Turn the wheel in the direction.
And you do that at the bottom
On
of
the
the
bottom of the steering wheel.
Does that work with your mirrors, though? I mean, they reverse everything.
I
No,
don't
you
know.
just
Your
push
dad
mirror.
is the one who told me to do
I
that
use
too,
my
and it
mirrors, so I don't
works.
know.
It works.
It does. It's
You-
weird.
But you can't think about it, or you'll go
Yeah.
drive you crazy.
Insane.
I always thought you go towards your thumbs.
Whichever way your thumb is pointing.
Oh,
Doesn't that
But
work?
if you have both thumbs up like
I don't know
this,
if
it
that
could really
works.
be confusing.
I don't
You
think
know-
that works. I think it's opposite. You have to go.
You have to hold it
You
like
just
this.
gotta hold it like this.
Well,
But I like the idea at the bottom.
yeah, the
And if you
bottom.
want to go to the right, you pull that to the right, which causes the wheels to turn in that direction. It makes the trailer go that direction. So it makes sense.
And if you have a wee little trailer and it's really short,
Like ours.
yeah,
Oh,
like
okay,
ours,
I'll look up.
you can get that thing kinked pretty quick.
Yeah, you could just go like this
There's
is
a-
jackknife.
Yeah,
So
but
you
there's a
gotta-
trick with that. If the corner of the trailer goes past the edge of the truck, you've gone too far
Far,
with the trailer.
yes.
It will just kink.
Yeah, I use
So
the,
you have to
I
keep
use
it
the
within
wheels.
the-
If I see a wheel, oh, it's bad. That's bad. Okay. It's whatever.
Oh, that's a good way of doing
Yeah.
it too.
Anyway, same thing.
well, Jared did
All right,
good.
Jared,
That's
you
all
did
I got
great.
to
You
say.
did fabulous.
Yeah.
Truly the My Little Homestead. Really good. Garen and Ellie continued on their van conversion.
Look at that
It was so
smile.
fun. It was so fun to see that van conversion continue to go together. Karen Shelton said, looks great. I have one question. What's the purpose of painting the doors black when you cover the area completely with wood?
Because the pallet woods aren't all nice and square, you end up with like little gaps in between each board. And if it's all black behind there, it just looks like dark shadow. But the silver will actually shine through if it's not painted black. So it just makes it look like there's just a void behind the pallets rather than the metal door there.
Yeah, it was really important when we had the insulation back there because it was
Yeah.
like shiny gray or whatever shiny.
I think it was some white in there and then some
Yeah, it was
like-
really bright.
black works really good to hide that and give it that effect.
Anita J. Gilmore suggests, I would have used those spaces in the doors for storage. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we thought that was a really good suggestion for extra storage and stuff. It was a big opening there.
Yeah, there's a lot of room back there. So it'll have a
Words. They're hard.
words. Yeah,
Use
it's
your
something
words,
we'll
Garen.
probably do in the future. We'll kind of see where like how the storage goes, with all the other cabinets we're putting in, and then we'll use it for a little bit and see what kind of more storage we'll need. I mean, you always need more storage. It's a lot more complex to build those doors out, and it didn't take too long to just get the doors put up, and the lift, as you saw, was really long.
Got to get started. But
Yeah, we
we
gotta
loved
start.
the idea.
Yeah.
Love that idea. We might go back to that.
Do those windows roll down?
No, all the windows, they pop out.
Like in our
Oh, they pop out.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Or like the back windows on trucks and stuff.
yeah.
Because I was thinking about that. If you put a box in there and the windows roll down in the
No.
box,
Yeah,
but they
they're not
flip out,
rolling,
so that's nice. They would work in there.
They're
nice.
popping out and we're popping on. Had Dunn said, didn't you guys add some red stain to the urethane in the earlier part of the conversion?
Yeah, we did, but it didn't really work.
Didn't mix well. I think what it ended up being was the polyurethane is water-based and the stain's oil-based. And it was something we didn't think about when we mixed them. It just caused a separation between the two.
All the stain like sunk to the bottom. When we went to use the bottom of the polyurethane, it was just like so red. Everyone could use it.
Yeah, it wasn't polyurethane-based.
Whatever. I don't know. It separated.
Yeah, so it ended up not actually mixing.
Ended up being just straight polyurethane on all of that. But I think just the age, when it sat, it just kind of aged and got darker. I don't know. It looks really cool though.
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely darker in there than it used to be.
The wood aged
beautifully.
Yeah, it makes it more expensive, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
It's
high dollar now.
It's like a fine wine. You leave it setting and it's just, it goes up. The dollar signs just start flying off
just
of
gets
it.
more and more beautiful.
Yes. Antique.
Vintage. That's the word I
There's
learned
people
lately.
going, oh, vintage Tupperware. No, it's old Tupperware. It's old. Vintage works for cars and vans. Right on. On our video, really any visuals that we've seen from the past week, Jared has worn a ring. In this case, it's an engagement ring.
It's an engagement ring.
I know it's difficult to tell because guys don't normally wear one, but it just is fun.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Thomas said, I see wedding rings on both. Did they have a private ceremony? And we're not married yet, Jacqueline. We're still engaged.
Yes.
We're getting married on July 17th.
July 17th.
It's hopefully I can remember it when it comes around. That's yeah.
Well, it's going to be here. I hope you do. You're going to wake
I'll be
up
like,
and go, oh my gosh, there's a
is
wedding
that today? Well, let's get ready. No. X Haglund said, could you let us know what Azalea's first words are?
Her first words were actually, like, she was like 6 months old or something. She was really young. She said daddy.
Thank you.
That was so cute. She still says it really good. She says
Daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Dad. Says dad more than daddy now.
Yeah.
Dad.
Does she say mama?
She does say mama or mom,
Yeah.
Good.
but she likes
Aw.
daddy better.
Well, I'm
What are you
told
gonna do?
Dad brings cookies and other treats, so I'm thinking there might be some edible
Drives her.
instigation.
Yes.
Yeah, the
It works
bribery.
great. She loves me. I'm the fun one.
I'm the fun one.
I bring snacks. Luna Chatton asks, how is the garden going? Your guys' aquaponic system that you've put together.
Been going really good. I'm having some trouble with some yellowing in the plants, so I ended up finding some iron additive basically for it. Since I've been doing that, everything's been looking really good, and we've got some tomatoes on vines already, or on the plants already, bell pepper too, and everything else is coming out really good. We did have one of our tomato plants sadly passed away, but pre-iron, but post-iron everything's great.
Yeah, everything just like took off once we added the iron into the system and everything.
Yeah,
It's beautiful out there.
coming along good. We're learning slowly but surely.
Awesome.
That's
Well-
interesting how iron plays a big role. When you think about that.
Yeah. It
Can't
makes
just
sense
throw,
too, I
throw a
guess.
chunk of iron in there and see how it works?
No. It's more complicated than that.
It seems like you're ironing out all the bugs over there.
Yeah, we are. Dang it, I missed that one.
It's all right. You have to have a will of iron to really find those puns, you
An
know?
iron
An
will.
iron will.
Iron constitution.
An iron pun will.
You're dragging it out too long.
Oh, the
Sorry.
iron.
Too much.
on.
I went too far. My too much gene kicked in, and puns started spurting that were no good.
That's
Okay.
the beauty of your punning. You always go too far with it.
Well, I'm glad you find it charming. Otherwise, it would be a problem. Okay. Okay, so Nikki Leo asks, what happened with the cabin? And this is the cabin, I believe, that we have up in the mountains. Garen and Ellie actually did the exterior on.
Oh,
Do we
I
have
built
any
it.
future
Yeah,
plans
built
to
it.
complete it or use it?
Yeah, I think we all do. We originally went up to just build it out and start that project, and then I got pregnant with Azalea, so we came back and settled down a little bit more. But I think we all have plans, right, to
Yes.
to go back
Yeah.
up there at some point and finish out the interior and make it kind of a nice little vacation home.
Yeah, right on.
We've talked about all of us going up and breaking up in a couple teams and just going at it. Yeah.
We have a few more things to do, like the floor, some insulation, some
The
kind of
whole
stove in
interior
there.
needs to be done.
Yeah.
But the exterior's done now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the one pig story? Because we had talked about Eugene.
Oh.
And I have one little pig story.
Okay,
to tell.
Mom's
It's
got a
not
pig
actually on Eugene, but it was on another little pig that we had
Okay.
when Shay was very young. I had happened to have a little farm book, and I was reading it to Shay. In the book, it says, the pig goes oink, oink, oink. And I was saying that to Shay, and she says, No, it doesn't, Mommy. It goes... She goes really hard because we are bottle feeding that pig and it would just scream for its milk. Anyway, so
that is fabulous.
How people got around to the idea that pigs make oink 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 noises is just.
Well, I mean, they do.
He does.
He does. They're happy ones.
They were too embarrassed to make the actual pig noise.
Would be a little bit weird to have placed in a children's book.
Well, they might think their child is screaming at the top of their lungs when it's just a pig.
What noise does the pig make?
Yes, that's correct, honey. Next. All right, well, I think that is going to wrap it up for us today. If you missed the episodes that we were chit-chatting about, we will have those links down in the description. On Wednesday, we had Garen and Ellie's van conversion, of course, and on Friday, we had the RV one, introducing that project, which is going to be super fun. We now have that new schedule, just to reiterate, you probably already know, but just in case, we're now doing 2 weekly peaks each week, Wednesdays and Fridays, along with, of course, this show that you're watching that comes out every Monday evening. Everything is in the evening time when it comes out.
And it will be just random. Mm-hmm. And then if it's going to be Garen and Ellie, you'll see the little Garen and Ellie button on there, and Jared and Bree they also have a little button you might have noticed too on the videos to kind of indicate what that show is going to,
which one is,
who's going to be featured in the show.
Yeah, but it, like Mom said, it'll be random. So there might be a shower build on Wednesday, weekly peak that features that shower build, or might be something with the RV, and then it might go back to whatever Garen and Ellie are up to currently, that van build. It's going to be all random. It'll be super fun. And then also, along with the buttons, we color coordinated it. So Garen and Ellie are green. We are blue, Jared and I, and the regular Mom, Dad, and Bryson here on the homestead.
And whoever else is here.
Yeah, and whoever else is here is going to be yellow.
We have to set red aside for Bryson in the future because he has got to have red.
That's right.
Notice the cherry sitting in. Everything has to be red in Bryson's life.
Yeah,
yes,
for
bright
sure.
Red.
It needs to happen. So we're allocating that. That's saved. It's tabbed. We put a button in red for later.
The only thing is if we ever have thumbnails of the GMC well drilling rig, it's just going to blend in with the red. We'll have to paint the rig a different color for that very reason.
Pink.
Maybe off red to match.
You can call it faded red.
All right. Well, we really appreciate you hanging out with us and being a part of our family. We look forward to hanging out with you on Wednesday for a fresh weekly peak episode. Bye.
Bye.